Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading for the beginning of May. We're in summertime almost, can't believe we made it. I'm speaking to my compassionate, intellectual and unusual, trend-setting and sociable humanitarians, Aquarius. How are we all doing? Welcome to 7-Star Tarot. We had quite a few cards come out in the pre-shuffle. So let's go through them one at a time. The Hierophant. So this is about... So first of all, I want to say that these cards look like they're someone else's energy. So we've got the Hierophant, which is about like conformity. I mean, here there's this kind of like wise owl speaking to the girl on the branch, but you know, the Hierophant is about conformity, and what I'm getting from this is, yeah, like orthodox sort of institutions. So this person is maybe in a situation where there may be a lot of kind of expectations and to conform, you know, to kind of like obey the rules. To sort of, or maybe this person has like quite traditional views about things. But I'm definitely getting a sense of like sort of pressure to conform, and maybe like this girl looks quite fed up, you know, she's sort of sitting there, she's not kind of like that interested really in what the owl's got to say. You know, she's pretty fed up, so I think this person's fed up in their situation. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So in the upright, this guy has his key, and you know, he's going to unlock the secrets of his mind. You know, he's obviously got some like otherworldly knowledge, you know, some kind of knowledge coming down from the knowledge of the cosmos. But in reverse, I think this is kind of like overthinking, overanalyzing, but not kind of having the answers, you know, maybe not tapping into. I don't think this person's... Either this person isn't very spiritual, or they're not tapping into whatever spiritual gifts they have, and they're getting into a space of like overanalyzing. And I think they're probably overanalyzing the relationship with you. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So again, in the upright, this is about, you know, abundance, creation, nurturing something so that it grows into, you know, into abundance. Again, in the reverse, I'm getting the sense of like kind of like a sense of like a wasted opportunity. So this person may feel like, you know, they've put the work in, it hasn't really given them the fruits that they would expect, that they expected it to. You know, they maybe feel stuck in a bad situation. Their like efforts are kind of, or their mindset is sort of like unfocused, or their actions are like unfocused. Maybe they're not really kind of putting in the effort in their situation anymore because they feel like they have to conform. And they're sort of like, you know, maybe thinking about you. Six of Swords, again, in the reverse, is kind of like being stuck, you know, being stuck in the mind, being frustrated, being stagnant, you know, not moving on from a situation, you know, so they're maybe not moving on from the situation which isn't really serving them, but they're not kind of moving on from you either. We have the Wheel of Fortune, again, in the reverse. So, you know, this person is, they haven't followed their heart, you know, and they're like kind of raging against the machine. They're kind of like, yeah, so the conformity aspect, and then this kind of idea of like working against the machine that they find themselves inside of. I think, yeah, they're kind of like starting to see that this situation that they're in isn't really serving them, and they're kind of stuck as well. They're not moving on, and they're kind of quite stagnant in their energy. And so then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I think this is us. I think this is Aquarius, you know, very abundant, protective. You know, you see the little rabbits she has under her skirt there. Working diligently to build up your material world, and to create an abundant and beautiful world. And you're kind of like looking at all of this and just sort of like quite bemused, really, just sort of like, well, yeah, I fucking told you so, didn't I? So let's have a few more, because this reading is quite strongly kind of like suggesting that, yeah, we're looking at somebody else here who you have kind of in your energy field. So let's see, what can we find out about this person? What's this person currently experiencing? Okay, so we have this like we have this like stern kind of chicken commander, like telling all the little chicks to do something, and then I don't know if you can see that, but inside the egg is like a scared person sort of peeking out. So, you know, this person feels like they're out of place where they are. They feel like everyone else is kind of falling in line. All the little chicks that all look exactly the same, and this person's like hiding in the egg, realizing that are they going to get seen for being like, this person feels like they stick out like a sore thumb, you know, and they don't really want to like follow the pack anymore. This is like a little like a little kind of hermit girl, like a little wizard girl inside a light bulb. You know, it's very dark where this person is. She's sort of like, she's trying to hold the light up, you know, maybe she is getting some insight. You know, maybe this person is getting some insight into their situation, and maybe they feel like they're in a bit of a bubble. You know, like a mental bubble. Maybe they're taking time to retreat and to think about, you know, all the aspects of their life, and, you know, what they're going to do next. And we've got an anchor in the desert, so, you know, it's like, again, totally out of place. It makes no sense. It's sort of like, you know, you're supposed to be in the sea and you're in the desert. So I think this person feels very out of place. They may even feel a bit scared, or a bit kind of like, maybe they're scared of being sort of found out. I think I'm getting the sense like there's a big disconnect inside this person's mind between what goes on inside their mind and what they kind of portray out to the world. So how is this person feeling about Aquarius? Let's have a look at that. How is this person feeling about Aquarius? How is this person feeling about Aquarius at the moment? How is this person feeling about Aquarius? Okay, so we have this lady kind of walking through the snow. There's like a little rose there. Maybe this person is like, maybe this is how they see you, kind of like out on your own, you know, out finding sort of beautiful things in what seems to be like, you know, I don't know, maybe they think you're out in some kind of wilderness somehow. Or maybe they think of you as the rose, and that, you know, that maybe they think, oh, one day, you know, maybe I'll be just walking along and Aquarius will just be there, sitting by the side of the road. I think they see you as, yeah, very independent. So here we have a snail, which is just about to begin a long journey up a spiral. So I think they see you changing. They've said, whether it's from like communication you've had with them, or whether it's just their sort of like intuition is telling them that, you know, you're on the way up. You're you know, yeah, you're almost like up living in the clouds compared to where they are. They're this like little snail at the bottom of the stairs, and I think they feel like it's going to be a long way to get to Aquarius. Aquarius is all the way up there in the clouds, and I'm so slow, and I've got all of these steps to climb. God, it's like so far away. And then we have like a candle which is bleeding as it burns, and as it burns, it's kind of burning through this rope, which is bizarrely kind of placed above it. So I think like this person is probably feeling, I think when nightfall comes, you know, maybe during the day they're fine, and then when the night comes, you know, their heart starts to bleed a bit, and they start to like you know, think about you and think about how time's running out, you know, with the rope sort of burning gradually. Once that rope's burned through, that's it. So I think they feel like, you know, it's a long way to get to you. They'd have to go out kind of into the wilderness to reach you, out into the snowy expanse. And I think they do feel like time's running out. So let's see, how do you see this person? How do you see this person? How does Aquarius see this person, please? How does Aquarius see this person? What does Aquarius think about this person at the moment? We've got some ants fighting on a stack of coins. How does Aquarius see this person? We have one more. Thank you. Oh, these cards are so good. Like this, here we have like these two little ants fighting each other on a stack of coins. So yeah, I think you just see this person as like in a situation where they're just trying to fight for money. You know, it's probably quite competitive where they are. Or maybe they sort of like fight you for money. Maybe they feel like, you know, competitive against you because, you know, maybe you've got money and they kind of want it. Or you think that, you know, maybe you think they're a bit of a gold digger. Maybe you think they're only sort of after you for your money. And that they're just like, I think you just think they're combative. They're unnecessarily kind of combative, you know. They're, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they're like fighting, constantly fighting the stream of reality, constantly fighting the natural, the stream of the world, of the universe. So we have a flower plucking its own petals, kind of wondering, do they love me? Do they love me not? Do they love me? Do they love me not? So either like this is you kind of thinking about this person, like, you know, wondering, do I actually love this person or not? I mean, you know, after everything they've kind of like done, yeah, do I still feel the same way? Or maybe you feel like this person isn't sure about how they feel about you. We have this dinner table. You know, this is like pure gluttony. Look at the look at all of the food and the wine glasses like spilled over and just a mess, just like a gluttonous mess. Just kind of like drinking too much, you know, partying too much. Just like no sort of concern for either their welfare or the welfare of others around them, and just no class, you know. Who would leave a table like that? Who would leave a table in such an absolute mess, you know? Just not a very classy person, is it really? I think you just think this person's just, you know, doing whatever, that like getting wasted and just, you know, partying and not thinking about life, just kind of throwing their life away. And there we have somebody who looks very, very happy in a prison cell. He actually looks very peaceful. He looks like he's kind of meditating. He's in his prison cell. He's got a ball and chain around his ankle. And yeah, there's sort of like the pattern on the floor and on the walls is actually very pretty. But then if you see, over the top is like kind of draped this prison cell. So it's like, you know, they may seem like they're in quite a luxurious environment, but actually it's just a prison. And they're in this like comfortable kind of position where they're just peacefully sort of napping. Like, I think you think this person's happy to be imprisoned wherever they are. You know, drinking, partying too much, wondering about whether they love you, fighting about money. And I think, yeah, you just think they're just like happy sort of doing that. So, let's see, let's have a challenge. What's a challenge for Aquarius at the moment? What's the challenge for Aquarius right now? Okay, so we've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the Four of Wands. So maybe do you feel like you have, like, there's so many different potential options? Or maybe you just feel like you've had these various different options in love or with people, and you know they've not. None of them have like been any good. You know, there's like a dragon or a crocodile in one of these cups. There's a skull on the other one. There's like some shiny looking baubles. There's like a dark looking cat. You know, it's like Medusa's head and stuff. It's just like loads of options, none of which are any good. And I think, yeah, maybe you're just frustrated with not having any kind of good options in love. Ace of Wands and Four of Wands. Has this situation caused you to kind of like lose your passion? You know, lose your creative drive to a degree? You know, maybe lose your kind of passion for... Oh, where'd that come from? We've got the Page of Wands as well. I think it's a challenge for you to think of a home of this person in ever being part of your home. If they were a part of your home before, I think it's a challenge for you to think of this person ever being part of your home. You know, you're not, with the Page of Wands there, you're not going to be the one that reaches out to this person. I feel, you know, if they want to like try and work towards having a happy sort of reunion and a peaceful life with you, then it's them that's going to have to do the work. I don't think you're going to be reaching out to this person. And I think like from seeing all these wands in the challenge, I think you're finding it kind of challenging to kind of get passionate and to... I think you've tried to move on from this person, or you're currently in the process of moving on from this person, and it's been difficult to move on, to have that new beginning. You know, maybe because of like thinking about, oh well, you know, that person's still sort of there in the past, and are they an option or are they not an option? How do they feel about me? And I think, yeah, so the challenge has been, how do I now, you know, grab the wand, start anew, you know, just go for it. So what do we have for this person's current challenges? Oh dear, that's quite a lot. Okay, we've got the Two of Swords, we've got the Nine of Wands, we've got the Fool, we've got the Three of Cups in reverse, we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person always feels like, you know, any choice they make is a bad choice. They're probably quite indecisive. You know, maybe they have difficulty in being true, in being like honest. You know, in knowing what they want. They're always kind of like weighing up two options. You know, they're defensive. Yeah, they put up walls against you. It's a challenge for this person to take a leap of faith, to move forwards. From the barriers that they've put, you know, there's all barriered. The Two of Swords is blindfolded, and this guy is holding his wands and like trying to make a wall out of them. Yeah, so coming forward is a challenge for this person, you know. I think the fact that there hasn't been a reunion with you is a challenge for them. You know, juggling, achieving balance is a challenge for this person. Achieving balance in their life, you know, maybe in their social life, maybe they're struggling to achieve balance in their social life. And Page of Pentacles, yeah, this person's unable to come forward with an offer, basically. They're unable to come forward with an offer. You know, they just feel defensive, and they're just constantly like juggling everything, and their emotions are probably... I don't think this person's emotions are very balanced. I think they're a bit all over the place. I think they're stuck in their head a lot. Okay, so what does Aquarius want to do? Let's use these guys. What should Aquarius do about this? We have journey in the reverse. Right, okay, so this lady's like crossing a kind of bridge over a swamp here. She's got her lantern, and she's going on a journey there. It came out in the reverse. Let's see what the book says. You may desire to move or just get away for a while, but the reverse of this card could indicate a delay or even a cancellation. Something could be standing in your way, or perhaps lines of communication may get crossed. Don't let the potential changes upset you. Refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. Remember, you can always create new adventures, even in your present location or situation. Okay. Maybe this is about, like, this sort of desire to kind of move forwards. There have obviously been delays in your ability to move on from this connection for whatever reason. But I guess the journey card is kind of saying, well, enjoy the journey to a degree, enjoy where you're at, and if you can't enjoy it, at least kind of accept it. So let's have an oracle card for Aquarius. Building blocks, serendipity. Okay. 28. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you're making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. I'm going to read the relationship message as well. When you see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidifying the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and a genuine desire to know one another. You're moving toward laying the groundwork for a relationship with the firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. Yeah, maybe, maybe this isn't over, despite this person's defensiveness and lack of ability to get focused and juggling and all the rest of it, but maybe it's not that, this is your kind of person anymore, but maybe the relationship, but it doesn't necessarily end. But I feel like you're not going to be reaching out to this person, if they need to come, they need to overcome this challenge, and they need to, just bring something to the table, take a leap of faith. So serendipity, I feel like this may apply for more this person, but let's see what it says. Perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. Yeah, this is this person. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one, yet it all fell apart. Consider this, sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn before you hit the jackpot. Don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you're meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you. So yeah, but this applies to us as well. That, this had to play out the way it played out, because of who this person is, because of the choices they made, because of whatever karma they, had to work through. And it had to play out for you in this way as well. So even though it may seem like a failure, or it may seem like, difficult to kind of move on, we've got the building blocks. I'll show you that one because I didn't show you. So yeah, it's just about taking one step at a time and moving forward and trusting that everything is for your highest good. So that's the reading I have for you, Aquarius. Hope this helped.